Hello everyone, and welcome to our YouTube news channel. In today's segment, we're diving into the latest developments surrounding former President Donald Trump's trade war threats against China, and why, despite these warnings, China isn't too worried. Let's break it down. Why China isn't worried about Trump's threat of a trade war. In recent news, former President Donald Trump has once again raised the specter of a trade war with China, this time warning that if he returns to the White House, he'll take aggressive steps to deal with China's trade practices. However, despite these threats, China doesn't seem to be losing sleep over the possibility of a trade war. Why is that the case? Let's break down the reasons. 1. China's economic resilience and growth. China has established itself as one of the world's largest and most resilient economies. Over the last few decades, it has strategically reduced its dependence on foreign markets and diversified its trade partners. While trade with the U.S. is significant, China's broader global trading network, particularly with emerging markets in Asia, Europe, and Africa, provides a cushion against any disruption with the U.S. China's domestic economy has also grown substantially, and its consumer market is rapidly expanding. This helps offset any potential economic downturn that might arise from trade tensions with the U.S. 2. China's strong position in the supply chain. Over the years, China has solidified its role as the factory of the world. It is at the center of numerous global supply chains, producing everything from electronics to textiles to machinery. A trade war with the U.S. could lead to tariffs and disruptions, but China is not entirely dependent on the U.S. for its export markets. In fact, many American companies rely on Chinese manufacturing for their products, and these businesses would face significant losses if tensions escalated. Moreover, China has been focusing on becoming more self-sufficient in critical sectors like technology and energy, reducing the impact of any trade restrictions. 3. A shift toward economic diplomacy. While Trump's administration focused heavily on tariffs and economic pressure, China has been advancing a more diplomatic approach to international trade. Through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, China is building long-term partnerships and infrastructure projects across Asia, Africa, and Europe, creating new trading routes and economic ties that reduce the overall influence of the U.S. on its economy. China's growing leadership in international organizations like the World Trade Organization, WTO, also helps to counterbalance any unilateral actions by the U.S. government. 4. China's trade surplus with the U.S. China maintains a significant trade surplus with the United States, meaning it exports far more to the U.S. than it imports. This gives China leverage in trade negotiations. While tariffs can be painful, the U.S. would also suffer as the costs of Chinese goods rise, leading to higher prices for American consumers and businesses. In fact, many analysts argue that a trade war would hurt the U.S. economy more than it would China's, making the latter less likely to be overly concerned about potential tariffs or restrictions. 5. Trump's track record on trade wars. Finally, history has shown that trade wars are not easily won. During Trump's presidency, the trade war with China reached significant heights, but many of the promised results were not realized. The U.S. did not fundamentally change China's trade practices, and the global economy, including China, adapted to the new tariffs. With Trump's return to the political stage, China may view his threats as more of a political tactic rather than a real and imminent risk. In summary, while Trump's trade war threats might make headlines, China's strategic positioning and resilience mean that it is not overly concerned. The Chinese economy is in a much stronger and more diversified position than it was a decade ago, and its diplomatic and economic tactics are evolving to face any challenges ahead. China seems to be taking a wait-and-see approach, confident that it can weather any storm, even a trade war. As the world watches these developments unfold, one thing is clear: the global economic landscape is more complex than ever, and China's economic strength is likely to continue shaping the future of international trade. That's it for today's update. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth news analysis and coverage on current affairs, knowledge, and entertainment. Stay tuned, and we'll keep you informed on the latest developments. Thanks for watching.